Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duckbricks. I'm Chris, and today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new March 1st, 2024 LEGO Ninjago set. This is Young Dragon Ryu, where they've basically taken the baby dragon that we saw last year and done a little bit of a time skip and made him grow up to a teenage dragon. It's a really cute small set that includes two of the main protagonists for the new characters for Ninjago Dragons Rising, as well as one villain enemy as well, and it's just a really small cute set that I'm sure is going to do really well. But let's dive into my review right now. Alright, so here is set number 71810, Young Dragon Ryu. He comes with 132 pieces and retails for $16 or 15 euros. Comes with identical outfits for the Season 1 versions of Eren and Sora, except Sora has a brand new dual molded hairpiece here, which is really nice to get, as well as a wolf masked warrior, and of course, the focus of the set, which is the iconic Ryu, who has grown up slightly since the last time we saw him. We'll take a look at the minifigures at the end of the review, and I just want to focus purely on the build itself, which is going to be pretty quick because this is just a small and cute creature. Now, Ryu has obviously aged up since his last appearance as a baby, and because of that he has an all-new appearance, which is just so cute and adorable. Now, he's using the brand new Dragons Rising Strike wings, which are really good in sand blue. I feel like they fit the character very nicely for the shape of the wings themselves, and he also has one of the recolored brand new mech armor pieces in sand blue, which they've used to form the back spikes of Ryu, which I think also works out very well. Unfortunately, the set does include 4 of the same identical sticker, which you use to place on the same piece, for all 4 legs of the set. Personally, I feel like that's kind of an instance where I feel like they really should have printed it, especially because this is a set designed for young kids, and I feel like a lot of young kids will have trouble or frustrations putting the same sticker on over and over again. But it's not that big of a deal. I don't normally mind stickers, just something I wanted to call out. And most importantly, Ryu has introduced a brand new headpiece. This is mounted on a Technic ball joint, Mixel ball joint, and pin connector, and unfortunately, it is completely hollow, and I think the biggest flaw of the set is that Young Dragon Ryu here has no actual mouth or jaw that opens. Instead, he is perpetually kind of kept in this closed mouth look. And they did try to make it look like he at least has a mouth by shaping the lines here, but because of that, he can't really ever open the mouth itself, and if you look under the head, it's just very hollow. It really is just an after effect of the way the set was designed, and honestly, for making a set this small at this price point, I do understand why they chose to do it that way, but it definitely does feel like maybe they could have given us just a little bit more of a semblance of a jaw, or at least come up with 2 pieces to allow it to open and close, because I feel like a lot of his good moments in the show will be when his mouth is well open and he's roaring or sending out a blast of energy. Now, Ryu himself is pretty articulatable. All of the legs are mounted on Mixel joints, you've also got the feet mounted on Mixel joints themselves, and even the tail can swing back and forth with reckless abandon, all on Mixel joints or those mini ball joints, so there's a lot of really fun stuff you can do articulation-wise. The saddle is built into Ryu, so there's no way to display him without the saddle, although these pieces all pretty much exist in sand blue, so you could just kind of mod it yourself if you wanted to have him without the saddle on. And yes, he does have seating for 2 of the main characters here, Sora and Eren, which is really nice that they can sit together on Ryu's back, and I feel like that's a really nice touch. That looks so cute to me, and I'm personally very excited to see the inevitable future where Ryu grows up even more, and in like 2025 we are going to get adult Dragon Ryu and he's going to be like $300. You know it's coming. But overall, great little cute dragon here, and this reminds me a lot of LEGO Elves in the best way possible. Elves was one of my favorite LEGO themes, especially when it was running. They had all of these adorable animals, from like a turtle to a fox to a lion, and this is kind of built with the same design philosophy as many of those animals, especially because a lot of them had these special molded heads which didn't even have jaws, but it just really reminds me of that building style of character. And all in all, I think Young Dragon Ryu is definitely one of the most expressive new characters from the wave itself. I'm sure that this will be an absolute hit because it comes with the 2 main new protagonists, a villain and the adorable dragon that everybody loves. Of course, it's not all pros. I definitely do feel like maybe the set is a tad overpriced at $16. We get a set that doesn't feel like it should be over maybe $10 to me. Like, I think $10 would have been great for this. Even like 12, like $11.99, I think would have been totally fine, but 16 feels a little bit more on the pricey side because that brings you closer to $20, and this doesn't feel anywhere close to that. And we've gotten better $16 dragon sets from Ninjago, like the Master Wu Dragon from the Master of the Mountain wave. So Wu's Battle Dragon was, I think, also around that price point, but just a lot more detailed with big vinyl wings and a really intricate construction for the body. So this just feels like a nice little chibi dragon from Ninjago. It's not the best thing ever, but it is very cute, and given the low price point, I have a feeling this is going to be very, very popular. Now moving onwards to the minifigures themselves, really the only major highlight here is Sora, because the other minifigures have appeared in many other sets. Sora is identical to her Season 1 counterpart, but most importantly, they have introduced a brand new dual molded hairpiece to match what her hair looks like in the show. So you've got the actual dark blue headphones dual molded with the coral hair, and oh my goodness, I am so happy they did that. I was waiting for them to finally do her actual hairpiece as a Lego piece, and that is just so perfect. Look at that. This is so good. I'm so happy with how it looks. It is perfectly accurate compared to the show itself, and a lot of people are saying that the bangs are kind of messed up on the set version, but having it in hand and being able to see it in 3D, I don't think so. I feel like it actually works out really well for her character, and I'm very happy with the overall design of the figure, so super great to see this. This was one of my favorite minifigures last year in general. Like, it appeared on my top 10 best non-licensed minifigures list because it is such a good figure, and this just kind of carries on that tradition. Do I wish that she got a new suit alongside Aaron for the Season 2 sets? Yes, but for whatever reason, LEGO decided not to do it, but I'm glad we at least got the new hairpiece because I was very worried. We would have to wait maybe like years to get the accurate hairpiece, and we literally only had to wait half a year, which is amazing. Aaron, on the other hand, is just Aaron from Dragon's Rising Season 1. He does have the brand new climbing weapon, but otherwise, nothing too interesting going on with him. You know, it's a fairly basic minifigure, and he has that nice dual molded headpiece, and it is a good design for a new main character, but it is just something we have seen before in the past, so it's not that big of a deal. The new faction of villains this time around, the Wolf Mask Warriors, are very menacing. I love their design. They have really intricate facial prints underneath, one that's powered up with presumably the power of Shatterspin. At the time of recording, the season is not out yet, so I don't know anything about the plot details, but I do really like the look and feel of these characters, and I absolutely want to army build them. All in all, that basically sums up my thoughts on Young Dragon Ryu, which is the cheapest Ninjago Dragon's Rising set so far to come out, aside from the gimmick and launch sets, and all in all, I feel like it's okay value, maybe a little expensive, but what you get is admittedly very cute, and I am overall pretty happy with the inclusion of the Young Dragon Ryu in this wave of Ninjago because kids are gonna love it, it features two of the new main characters, and it's just a really fun and cute, adorable build. I hope Ninjago will continue to do stuff like this, hopefully at lower prices, but that's all I have to say for this review. Alright, and with that, we have summed up our review of the Young Dragon Ryu. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon, and let me know what you think of the set. Bye for now.